Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to International Big Time Wrestling's Turkey Day tradition. My name is Rudy Hill, promoter of International Big Time Wrestling, and I'm being joined by my good friend and booker of International Big Time Wrestling, Mr. A.T. Huck. And we'd like to welcome you to this very special night of professional wrestling brought to you by IBW. A.T. Huck, tell the people what they have in store for this evening.
Rude boy, you know we have 4 big championship matches tonight for this Turkey Day tradition, and I'll be joined by the fabulous Porn, a Detroit legend, on commentary.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, kick back and enjoy the Turkey Day tradition.
Once a year, the bell rings loud as families cheer and wrestlers wow. It's the Turkey Day tradition, a feast and a fight, with Rude Boy and A.T. Huck igniting the night. So tune in and join this legendary mission. International Big Time Wrestling presents the Turkey Day tradition.
Bro, but David Bowie, man, I'm telling you, man, that Panic in Detroit jam,
Yeah,
man. You know that's the jam. You know, Huck, man, I mean, speaking of Panic in Detroit, man.
Tell them about it,
Panic
Rudy.
in Detroit.
Tell them about it.
Oh my goodness, man, at Batch Brewery, it went down. That's right, the International Big Time Wrestling Street Fight Championship. It went down right there at the Batch Brewery. And it was the champion, Tex Monroe, Dirty TX himself, the legend, against the up-and-coming king of old school, yes sir, Rick Cannon, going one-on-one at Panic in Detroit.
All right, wrestling fans, this is A.T. Huck, and welcome to IBW's Turkey Day tradition. It's a pleasure to be here with you tonight, and I'd like to introduce my co-host, the fabulous Porn. He's a legend in Detroit. It's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Well, absolutely, it's a pleasure, but that pleasure is all yours, Huck, and of course to the fans lucky enough to get to hear from the fabulous Porn.
Texas, weighed in today at 235 pounds. Make some noise for the legend, Dirty TX, Tex Monroe.
Well, like I said, Point, it's a pleasure to have you next to me. We have a lot of history. We go way back. But this match right here, this is for the Street Fight champion. And this is a man that you know very well, Dirty TX.
Dangerous man. Anything he can pick up and find use for a weapon. And I do got to tell you, little PTSD seeing that flaming branding iron. Our ring announcer, Carlito, very lucky he's up. We're in a safe area because I've had to bail the ring on this guy several times.
Yeah, man, I know you do, and I have a lot of history, too. But another guy that has a lot of history with Dirty TX is Rick Cannon. They've been feuding all summer over this championship.
Well, the one thing you're not going to see, I don't think, is any chain wrestling type thing with these guys. It's a street fight, and this is what they both have been bred to do. Cannon especially throws back where he can go any way you want to do it, and that's what makes him old school.
Exactly. Rick Cannon, he can get in there and go toe-to-toe with the wrestling holds, the counters. But when you're in a match with Dirty TX, look at him. He already has the flaming branding iron.
Yeah, the referee looks a little puzzled how to do that. I guess they don't teach that at Huck's Ref School, huh?
That's right. It looks like they're having a little trouble putting that flaming branding iron out.
Well, you mentioned, it said he can go either way, Rick, but TX, he's not going to be in there wrestling. This is going to be a street fight, and that's just the way that TX wants it to happen.
Exactly. It seems like Rick Cannon has a few words to say.
He does not lack for confidence, and again,
Right now, cameraman, flip right here. This is Corktown. My Irish is showing proud. It's time for a new title.
All right, you heard it right here from Rick Cannon. He plans to go home with that championship tonight.
well, if there's anyone Irish there to cheer for him, they're not going to remember because they're drunk already.
Oh, there you go. Tex is already on him, but Rick Cannon's coming right back. Rammed his head into the turnbuckle. Big punches by Rick Cannon.
Momentum is what he's going to have to do to stay on top, because once the Texan gets going, it can be very, very dangerous. He has to stay on top of him.
Yeah, he really does, because Tex knows all the tricks in the game. He doesn't forget anything.
That's a big leg to be dropping.
It is. Rick Cannon weighing in over 300 pounds.
Ooh.
Just missed that big senton.
Tex showing a little bit of agility there.
Yeah, it is, but now they're spilling out to the floor, and this is Tex Monroe's forte. This is where he really wants to be, outside the ring, where he can really take it to him.
I mean, Rick can stay with him and throw him, but this is way to his advantage. He wants this match back in the ring, although doing pretty well for this.
Yeah, and these fans better get out of the way, because they're taking it right up close and personal.
Ooh.
Big right hand by Rick Cannon.
Again, it'd be important to remind the fans, falls will count anywhere in this street fight rules, correct?
They do anywhere in the city, really. You know, the cameraman will follow them, but right now they're out in that big open area here at the Batch Brewing Company.
Well, it wouldn't be the first fight that's rolled out on the bag lead in my lifetime.
Wow, and that had to hurt. He just rammed Tex's head into that, whatever it is, trailer. Big right hand, and Tex is busted open, Point.
He could be now in trouble. This would not... How long they're saying now? This has been several bouts. They've been going back and forth for this title.
Yes, they have. They had several matches, and all of them have been wild. Look at them. They knocked the camera sideways.
Like I said, the longer they're out there on the floor, the more that plays into the Texans' favor. There's no doubt about that.
And, you know, Rick could, win this match by submission if he wants, so he can wrestle. But when you're a guy out there and he's hitting you with everything he can pick up, what are you supposed to do? You got to fight back.
Well, I do notice that, as I guess would be the case with the rules, but in classic A.T. Huck style, our referee seems to be just a passenger here.
Oh, what are you talking about, Point?
Not a lot of control being shown.
Oh, but Tex just waffled him with that Brandon iron. Like we said, there are no rules. But Tex is the aggressor. Rick Cannon is trying to keep some type of control, but Tex is just crazy.
Seriously, that is a metal branding iron. That thing weighs a lot. To drop that down even on the back of the neck has got to hurt like hell.
Oh, you know it does. And I think he actually got me one time with that branding iron. It didn't feel good. If it wasn't for my pants, I know I would have had a mark.
A lot easier to run when you're younger.
Oh, yeah. But look at Rick Cannon. He had Tex for a minute, but Tex thrust to the throat, another thrust to the throat, big chops by Tex Monroe.
One thing
Dirty TX.
Cannon can absorb a lot of punishment. He is built for this type of thing.
Yeah, and Rick's been in other battles all around the Midwest. He's a tough customer, man. But he's been here in IBW for quite some time, and he's earned this shot at Dirty TX.
It does seem to be personal, I will say that.
Well, Tex takes everything personally. He doesn't like the fans. He doesn't like me. He doesn't even like you.
I have been called Poindexter by him. He is not one of my fans.
Tex had a 2 count, but it wasn't enough to hold the big man down.
That's what I said. He's very resilient. It's going to take a lot to put him down for that count.
It will. And Tex, like I said, he's bleeding. Now he's working over. He can't really see what he's doing. Something illegal, I'm sure.
Now that's a great reversal. The backdrop, that's going to get some momentum. I know it took a lot out of him, but this is his opportunity. I don't know if
Oh, Cannon rolled him up 1-2. Only a 2 count.
Might have needed a little more there.
A little more. It was kind of a lazy pin on Cannon. I'm surprised, but he's probably exhausted and beat down.
Oh, absolutely. Well, there, the eyes are always a good move. Great equalizer.
Oh, yeah, if you lose your eyes, man, you're in trouble. Big chop by Rick Cannon. Aztecs for the whip. Here he comes. No, he's charging. Oh, he missed.
Nobody home. And that really got the rib cage. You can see that when he caught
Big
that
mistake.
on the turnbuckle.
Tex went for the Bulldog. This could be it.
That is the Bane. Yep, he's not
like I said, that's it. 1, 2, 3 with the big Bulldog point. Dirty TX is still champion.
Kind of ironic that Tex goes to the wrestling move to finish it off. The only one maybe we saw the whole match.
Well, that is his signature, that big Bulldog.
Like I said, just keep that brain and iron away from me.
Well, wrestling fans, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Hopefully dinner's done. Hopefully you've watched the football game. For more of this Turkey Day tradition, we have 3 other big championship matches for us tonight.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Oh, nice shot.
Rude boy, that was one heck of a match. Dirty TX against Rick Cannon. Rick Cannon, he came up short in this match, but you know what, Rudy? As you well know, Rick Cannon is now the current IBW Street Fight Champion, and you'll see him again January 17th at Taqueria El Rey. Speaking of Taqueria El Rey, that's where we're going right now, and you'll see Big Mama try and defend her title against the up-and-coming superstar Leela Hall right now. Welcome back to IBW Turkey Day Tradition. I'm AT Huck along with the fabulous Poyne. How you doing, Poyne?
Excellent. Excited to be there, and good to see the folks in my old Southwest Detroit taqueria. I don't know if they had turkey tacos for our holiday, do they?
I don't know, man, but Taqueria El Rey, they have it all. It's great food there at Taqueria El Rey. But Leela Hall, the challenger, is in the ring now. Leela's an up-and-coming independent wrestler and making some waves in the city and around the state.
Yeah, I bet she makes some waves when she goes swimming, too. That's a big one.
Okay, Point. Okay, man. Leela is Hall's in the ring, but we don't need to go there, do we?
Just a shame neither one of them can watch this right now, as they're probably getting, finishing up with the Thanksgiving cooking and such with the holiday.
Oh, boy, here we go. Big Mama now taking off her ring jacket. She's a dominant competitor, man. She's, had several challenges in IBW over the summer. Had to wrestle 2 women at one time, and still she retained the title.
This will be interesting to see the plan of attack for the contender. There's not really going to many ways you're going to try to outpower. I don't know at the speed of it. There's a little quickness there.
Well, Leela's a former gymnast, so I don't think she should be taken lightly. Look at that back bridge. Big kick by Leela Hall. She's taking it to Big Mama.
A little bit of speed is going to be to her advantage, but no, I don't think that's going to work.
Oh, it's no way she's going to outpower Big Mama.
Ooh, my goodness, she looks really happy to be doing that.
Big elbow by Leela Hall.
So
Hope everybody's enjoying this Turkey Day tradition.
The champion here is how long have they been holding this title, Huck?
Ooh, Big Mom's been champion for about a couple of years now, 2 years.
I can see
undefeated.
That the level of this might be someone who really has the potential to look to grow. You don't want to say that you outgrow something, but this is somebody that looks like really, for the size, you can see she's moving. I mean, I don't know how good the dating profile is, but wow.
I'm sure you know the dating profile for Big Mama.
Well, there is a market for that. I know a couple friends. I know the Rude Boy might have liked a couple of the bigger ladies.
Oh, boy. Okay. Look at Big Mama. She's just whipping Leela Hall around like she's a feather.
Yeah, it gets to the point where, and you don't want to say that, but she almost looks bored here. Like this is, and that could bite you in the ass. And again,
let's not talk about that either.
I was just saying,
but Big Mama, she's staying on top of Leela Hall. Leela's only been in the business a couple years, and Big Mama's a veteran.
No, I mean, right now, I think she knows that she can pretty much do what she wants right now.
Like I said, you never know on any given night you can lose your title, by underestimating your opponent.
Well, the crowd is certainly behind Leela. See that she has a lot of support, but look how happy she looks doing that. That's a little bit kind of sick.
Yeah, Big Mama's manhandling Leela Hall right now, but like you said, the fans are behind Leela. She's up and coming. Great young future ahead of her.
We have great fans in IBW, but I ain't seen one of them cheer somebody to victory, Huck. You got to get it done in the ring.
Well, you know what, Point? Maybe that'll energize them. Maybe that'll get them up, and they finally can pull up something in their heart when the fans get behind them.
Or they can back a winner instead of going for these odds that ain't going to happen, Huck.
Well, you know how it is.
Look what happened.
You like who you like. You like who you like. I'm sure Big Mama has fans out there, too. NWA, man, has put her on the map, and it's such a pleasure to have her in international big-time wrestling.
When someone with that type of prestige, when the people there, when that promotion, with their history, I mean, when they're interested in someone, they are a legitimate prospect.
Yeah,
there's a big future.
You got to give them that point.
You might wonder the way she's going to lose this belt is because she's going to get signed somewhere. I don't see someone pinning somebody like this.
Well, you never know. We got some plans coming up that I'm going to announce very soon, about Big Mama in the future if she retains the title right here from Leela Hall. That we don't know yet.
Well, I'm just glad the fans get a chance to see someone like this up close here, a person at IBW shows. And, here over the holiday, I hope everyone's relaxing now. After Rudy said the Lions will have lost by now, everyone's going to be upset, but you can pick up your happiness.
Are you on Rudy's side on this?
Well, we've got to look what that point spread is. The fabulous point studies these things.
And look at that. This is a big match. Look at all the photographers around the ring. This is an important match for Leela Hall and Big Mama because, like we said, we have somebody coming in January 17th. And I don't want to say who's going to take her on right now because we're watching this match to see who's going to be taking on this person that's coming in.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big spoiler coming out of this match. She's game. She's crowds behind Leela, but the odds just aren't there. I think there's a lot of other things that she can do gymnastic-wise. I know Disney looks for performers, but I don't see a championship coming to that.
Disney, huh? She can be the new Disney princess. Oh, but look at that. Big Mama just missed that splash, and Leela needs to take advantage of this situation right now.
There's a momentum swing, and the crowd's definitely behind her. Let's see. Can she take advantage?
Well, that took a lot out of Big Mama. She's staggering up to her feet. Leela's, it's blocked her punch. Look at Leela go.
But trying to trade power moves is not going to work. And there
Yeah, I'd say Big Mama is almost twice Leela's size, if not 3 times.
She can get something going, some type of acrobatic, take advantage of that background, but you're not going to outpower her.
She's trying her best right now. She's on top of Big Mama. Those kicks to the thighs. Big Mama's down to her knees.
That is the way to take down the bigger opponent, is chop down the legs.
Leela Hall's up top now. Big drop kick, and she took Big Mama off her feet. She has her hooked. 2 count. She almost one more second. We would have had a new champion.
Hey, the crowd was they were ready. They were behind this young challenger.
Super kick by Leela Hall takes Big Mama down again.
The question,
another big thrust kick.
What's it going to take to finish her?
She has her hooked 1, 2. Oh, almost a new champion again. Leela's coming on.
But the part 2 is now frustration sets in as you can see her hands on her head. And, eventually you got to realize when the ship's sailing, Huck, you throw everything you got at her. It gets more frustrating, then.
You have to. Leela's still taking it to Big Mama. Oh, Big Mama got her. Oh, no. Big choke slam. Power bomb.
Sit out power bomb.
That's it. 1, 2, 3. Leela Hall put up a good fight, but Big Mama's still your champion.
And I'm sure that to-go order will be ready for her in no time. Excellent.
And like I said, on January 17th, Big Mama's the champion, but she will be going up against AEW's former women's champion, Nyla Rose. I said it right here, Nyla Rose against Big Mama, January 17th, right here at Taqueria El Rey.
Game of pool, man, but hey, man, check this out, man. What a match. Oh, my goodness. Big Mama. Oh, my goodness,
Unbelievable.
man. Doing what she does, retaining her title. But, man, she's got a hard fight coming up on January 17th at Taqueria El Rey, where Big Mama will face AEW superstar Nyla Rose. That's right, the Native Beast is coming back home to International Big Time Wrestling. Tickets on sale soon.
And what a match that's gonna be. But right now, we're going to another main event match where you have the tag team champions, the Den, Caesar Asher, and the Mighty Bojack as they take on the Great Tiger and Miles Montagne.
The Mighty Bojack! The Deacon H5, Caesar Asher! Bow down to the masters! And welcome to the team. Yeah!
Welcome back to the Turkey Day tradition. This is A.T. Huck along with Detroit legend, the Fabulous Point, and we just heard that introduction of the Den.
These guys got a look and just a powerful appearance, and gold really does say a lot about what these guys have been able to accomplish. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing these guys.
Yeah, man, this is a team that I love. I like a lot. Rude Boy loves this team. Man, and they've been a dominant tag team champion since they've been champions. Taking on all comers.
Also excited to see the Tiger.
The Great Tiger. And his partner, Miles Montagne, he's a young guy that's been around for quite some time here in the Michigan independent scene.
But that's one thing Michigan independent wrestling has always had, Huck, and all the IBW fans that go back a ways to remember. What the hell happened there?
I'm not sure what happened. Somebody's knocked down outside the ring. Not sure who that is.
Well, it should teach you that these guys mean business. You want to stay out of the way. Again, we might have a couple overserved fans here in the IBW crowd, but that's all well. Hopefully not those kids on the bench.
That's quite possible. You never know what's going to happen outside the ring. But like I said, the Den, man, Caesar Asher and the Mighty Bojack. You know, I've been involved with a lot of tag teams over the years. Edge and Christian, Joey Legend and Sexton Hardcastle. That's just to name a few. Tyler Black. You know, so many guys. But in my heart, I have so much respect and love for the Den. Even though we rub each other the wrong way, this is a team that I have a lot to say about.
Well, Huck, I don't know how you like to rub big men like that, but that's your business.
You know what I'm talking about. Where's your mind? Go ahead.
Well, I can say, hey, Tiger, the one thing he has taken upon himself here in the area is he has been a mentor. He works with young guys. He has a lot of guys, partners, and he's real patient working with those guys. And everybody that's tagged with him has become a better wrestler for it.
Well, that's true. You know, the White Tiger, he's a veteran here in the state of Michigan. He's been all around the Midwest and has a huge following. And his martial arts skills, man, they're unbelievable.
Yeah, his hands have been registered as a lethal weapon in 2 or 3 states, and then a couple of restaurants in Ferndale.
Okay.
When you go to those buffets, they got to watch it.
Oh, my goodness. Point. So I see what I'm going to have to deal with here now, people.
I'm just saying he's got fast hands, as you can see him. Right the time.
But the White Tiger's taking it to Caesar Asher. Big chops to the throat. Has the big man down. Working him over, Point.
Be interesting to see now. You're tagging the young partner.
Yeah, we yet to see Miles Montagne in this match.
I will say I believe it's the first time I've ever seen him. Looks very athletic.
Yeah, quite flamboyant, to say the least.
Spinning back leg kick.
Some innovative moves by Miles Montagne. Man, his name is kind of hard to say. Can you say it, Boy?
Miles Montagne.
There you go. You said it right. Unbelievable.
Well versed in 4 or 5 languages and 2 or 3 that I don't even remember.
4 or 5 and 3 you don't remember. It seems like one of them is English. Big running knee by Miles.
I will say there is a certain point where you might be in trouble. You want to tag in your partner as the champions. This guy has been taking quite a beating.
Well, you know he's young and enthusiastic, so he wants to see what he can do. This is a big match for him against the Den.
Now, I don't know how often Tiger and Montagne have been tagging together, but they're doing a good job of cutting off the ring and trying to trap the one guy, which is the key for tag team wrestling.
Well, actually, this is their first time tagging up. On the previous show, Miles Montagne had a partner, Daniel Wolf, and the Den took it to him, but tonight the White Tiger stepped in to help out Miles.
Very athletic move for a big guy there.
Yeah, Miles not a small guy, is he?
Transferred into strength. What a
big slam, big power slam by Caesar Asher. And Caesar Asher, man, that guy, he's just so aggressive. Man, he has a killer instinct beyond his years in the business.
How long have the champions been holding the belt?
Going on 3 years now.
That is quite a run at any level. Okay, now we see the partner. This will be my first time.
Big kicks to the gut.
And you see, you must be schooling these referees here.
You know, and I have to take that back. It hasn't been 3 years. It's been about 3 months. Throughout the summer, they won the championships.
So they've been tagging.
Sorry about that.
Not a problem.
Want to be factual, people. So, no, we got a lot of fans watching, and they follow IBW. But if you have any comments, concerns, you can go to Rox-TV. Check out Throwdown Theatre, Wrestling Real Talk. Every week we talk about everything pro wrestling. We have lots of merchandise, those fabulous trading cards that you can get just in time for Christmas.
And it looks like, speaking of receiving things, it looks like Montagne is receiving a beating at this point.
He really is, man. He needs to try to make a tag as soon as possible.
This is where the trouble starts now because he's trapped in the corner. And like you said, a young guy doesn't have a partner with a lot of experience. And this is where the veteran, the tag champions will obviously have the advantage. And again, as you can see, the referee distracted. Again, Huck, with your background, you think you would take the time to help these guys?
What are you talking about? With my background, I can help them? The referees? Yeah, I guess I could. But you know what? When I was coming up, I didn't have a whole lot of referees talking to me. I kind of just got in there and learned. And, referees often do come to me and ask my advice, and I watch them. And they all do a good job.
Well, it's good to see your eyesight got better than if you're watching them because I know you missed a lot when you were.
Well, you see I'm wearing glasses. Maybe you should, too.
Oh, gosh, that was sick.
But Caesar Asher, man, his partner, Bojack has to be close to 300 pounds. And look at the strength.
We're talking about watching and getting back to the match here. That's all Tiger is doing. We were afraid this would happen, but this young guy is getting cut off. Now it's 2-on-1, and he's taking a beating.
Yeah, they just dropped him across Caesar's knee. I know that had to be painful when your knee goes across, your back goes across somebody's knee like that.
Tiger is anxious on the apron. He wants to get in there and help the kid, but
there's nothing you can do. They're relentless. They're just pounding this poor Miles Montagne. For me, his name is a tongue twister. Miles Montagne. But look at Bojack working him over the ropes, cutting off the air supply. Big kick to the armpit. He kicked him in his armpit point.
Very kind. There's one for the Tiger just for being there. Excellent.
But they're right back on this young Miles Montagne. Bojack's taunting him, trying to get him to come in. Both men administering punishment, double teaming.
He has not been out of that corner now, going on to a good solid 5 minutes. And, of course, being down in southwest Detroit, you'll see people on the corner for lengthy periods of time, but I guess I'll tell you another story.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That's where you are.
We have no vehicle like that.
He has him by his hair, but Miles is trying to make a comeback. Big knee by Caesar Asher. Has the big man up on his shoulder. Looked like he's going for a running power slam, and that's just what he did. Here comes the Mighty Bojack now with his over 300 pounds.
Oh, it looks like they're just having fun now, huh?
Wow, big splash and simultaneous leg drop across the throat. Here comes the White Tiger trying to break it up. The Great Tiger trying to break it up.
If he can get in there, he can try to swing the tide back into momentum. But this kid is obviously, look at that. That's just disrespectful.
He took a break to have a drink.
Yeah, somebody paid $6 for that too.
But that's the control they have right now. It's nothing Miles can do. And they're both just been working him over. It seems like they could end it at any time.
Yeah, that's the point I was making, is they look like they're having fun right now.
Yeah, they are. And this is right up their wheelhouse. They call themselves from Mount Crushmore, and they're crushing Miles Montagne.
And being sincere here, the first time I've seen these guys, the first thing you think is how big they are, but now you're watching them. I'm watching them move, very athletic, and I think that they're probably hiding some skill. They just enjoy the offense.
Oh yeah, I've seen them where they've been in actual wrestling matches, but right now they're just beating him up. They aren't even trying to pin.
Yeah, basically they haven't really tried to pinfall. And then another poke in the eye just for good measure. And explaining himself to our fine friends.
Once again, I'd like everybody for tuning in, watching this Turkey Day tradition. Only IBW brings you this. Only International Big Time Wrestling. Every Turkey Day.
Don't have to fight the traffic downtown. If you got the Lions, Red Wings in the parade, forget it. Stay home, relax, and enjoy this tradition of IBW on Thanksgiving.
That's right. Now he has a chin lock on him, and that can wear you out. If he puts all the pressure on the proper way with his 300 pounds across the back of his neck, now he's just giving him elbows to the sternum.
Now, how experienced is Montagne here?
Miles has been in the business going on 2 years now at this point.
This is a big opportunity for him, obviously. There's a lot of prestige involved. You get noticed. And, that is also part of the deal here with IBW. It's a platform. You're looking for people.
That's true. There are a lot of newcomers here in the state of Michigan, and you'll be seeing a lot of them here in International Big Time Wrestling. And I'm going to announce it right here for the first time, since this will be on the Turkey Day tradition. January 17th, the Den, Caesar Asher, and the Mighty Bojack. If they retain their titles right here tonight, they will be facing one of the most famous tag teams in the history of Michigan wrestling. I'm talking about Briar Wellington and Anthony Rivera, the Threat.
That is huge. These guys are known for a great team together, the history, the championships that they won. That is exciting news for the fans here in the Michigan area, and that is something, when this comes to your IBW look, you definitely want to see that.
That's right. AJ Styles was a part of the Threat. Truth Martini was part of the Threat. Amazing Nate, Briar Wellington, and Anthony Rivera. That was a faction here in Michigan called the Threat. And they'll be coming to IBW January 17th.
And we don't want to sell Mount Crushmore short here, as they are just dominating. And again, like I said, you keep clicking these names off. Michigan has always had a history with tag team wrestling, great teams. And when you have a championship in Michigan, you're not going to go anywhere that you haven't been battle tested. There's a lot of prestige involved. And they said these guys are really looking smooth as a unit. And again, the agility to go with the size was really impressive.
Yeah, they got a lot of history on their backs, a lot of teams that they have to uphold the integrity for the fabulous Kangaroos here in the Detroit area. The Von Brauners, Yoshino Sato, and Mitsu Arakawa.
Well, the history in Detroit includes, of course, the actual NWA title was based out of the Detroit area from all the time when me and you were kids going to the match.
That's right, Ben Justice and the Stomper.
Von Schatz and Von Hess.
We're going way back.
Way
People are going to be like, who? Caesar Asher on the second rope, and they just manhandled Miles through this whole match. And now he's up on the top. Big moonsault, and he missed it.
This could be the break if he's got enough energy to get to his partner. Big leg drop.
He's got him down. Both men are down.
I know the Tiger took a little abuse outside the ring, but let's see if he's got something for him. I know he's dying to get in there, as we can see. Cameraman showing a little bit too much of the Tiger, but
it depends on who took the worst of this. Both men still down. The referee's counting. They both have a count of 10 before they have to get up.
And at least half the crowd is still with the count, which is impressive. They got all the way up to 8.
And there it is, a big tag to the Great Tiger, and he's giving those thrust kicks to the Den. One to the back of the head of the Mighty Bojack. And now those thrusts to Caesar Asher. He's trying to whip both men. These are two big men he's trying to whip.
Well, I know the feet are also registered with the FBI, but just slightly less than me.
Look at that cross-body block on both of them. They're down. The Great Tiger's the legal man in the ring. I'm not quite sure who the legal man is in the ring with the Den. Do you know?
Well, as a referee, I would think that's something you would track, but I'm watching the action here, Huck.
I hear you. But you know, I'm not refereeing this particular match.
Sad to say.
Calling it just like you.
Sad to say it would be done better. I'll give you that compliment.
The Great Tiger's taking it to him. Here comes Miles back in.
Let's see what
I'm not sure if he's quite ready to get back in the match,
yeah,
but he seems to be.
He could have used a little more of a breather there. Let's see what happens.
Oh, from behind the Mighty Bojack.
Oh. Now you
right to the eyes. Big stunner by the Mighty Bojack, and Miles is down again. The Mighty Joe.
Oh, wow.
Big splash.
That's a real elevation.
That could be it. That's it. 1, 2, 3. I don't think they ever had a chance against the Den tonight.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say I'm not impressed easily. That was an impressive performance. That team looks like they really can go places. The agility, the size, and they look mean.
They are mean. And they're the IBW Tag Team Champions. And like I said, this January 17th at the Taqueria El Rey, they'll be taking on the legendary team, The Threat. Anthony Rivera and Richie Boy Briar Wellington.
Fans, you're not going to want to miss that.
Oh, shit, man. Did you see the Den? Oh,
yes,
my God.
I did.
This is why I say they are the toughest and the baddest tag team in all of professional wrestling. Come see the Den if you think you got something. Now, A.T. Hook. This is main event time for these fine folks that are enjoying the Turkey Day tradition. In the tradition, we always present the IBW World Heavyweight Championship.
That's right.
And that's not going to change today, is it, sir?
It is not. That's your main event. Little Fred, who's been champion going on for 3 years.
3 years. He almost made it 3
But
years.
Rude Boy, he's going up against a tough challenger in H5, along with his manager, Father Marquise. They're a force to be reckoned with.
Man, the problem is you got to watch that little weasel running around over there, Father Marquise.
Yeah,
he's the guy who's always been instrumental in helping out the Deacon, and you know this,
He's
sir.
been a thorn in Little Fred's side, but we'll see what's going to happen tonight on the Turkey Day tradition.
Welcome back to the Turkey Day tradition. I'm A.T. Huck, and this is our main event of the evening. We had 3 other great matches, but this right here, this is Deacon H5, and he's going against the champion, Little Fred.
Little Fred, the nerd that could, still holding the IBW heavyweight champion.
Over 3 years he's been champion, but now he has this up-and-coming H5, Deacon H5, with Father Marquise in his corner, and you always got to watch out for Father Marquise.
He is very, very devious.
He is the reigning, defending, international big-time wrestling heavyweight champion. He is the smartest wrestler in the world. An international big-time wrestling fan favorite. Make some noise for the Batch of the Words.
That was Little Fred's ring introduction, but I got to acknowledge, over in the corner, we saw the legend himself, Theodore R. Long, Teddy Long, standing there at IBW. Did you see him?
I haven't seen anyone start a tag team match today, so
Little Fred, the champion, man, like I said, for the past 3 years, and the fans love Little Fred.
he bills himself as the most intelligent wrestler in the world. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I guess that's why he's a nerd. Look at that. Look
Now,
at
wait
man.
a- wait-
He
wait a
wears
minute.
that belt proudly.
You're trying to say people of superior intelligence are nerds, Huck? Because,
Yeah, I'm a nerd.
well,
I got you, didn't you?
yeah, I guess so. I didn't realize, but okay. Because as the world's most intelligent wrestling observer, thank you very much. As we go back to my handle for all the fans for the 438 hotline days,
That's right.
I'm
I
intrigued.
remember those days.
Absolutely. And I'm intrigued by this because this is the one advantage you can have as a wrestler that they can't teach you. You can be born intelligent, but if you're an idiot, you're never going to get to the top, Huck. And
There
that's
you-
your truth.
Words from the fabulous poem. Like I said, this is the championship match, our main event of the evening of this Turkey Day tradition. I'd like to thank everybody who's tuning in. We really appreciate you all. Come out January 17th at Taqueria El Rey for that big match, Nyla Rose versus Big Mama for the IBW Women's Championship. Also that night, we'll see the Den defend their championship against the Threat, Briar Wellington, Richie Boy Briar Wellington, and Anthony Hot Stuff Rivera.
And if Father Marquise gets his scarf and robe back from the cleaners, he'll probably be there that night too.
Get his scarf and robe back from the cleaners. What do they do, throw it in the dirt?
Well, you got to look sharp.
Little Fred's getting the crowd hyped up. We're ready to go.
I will say that every time I've seen Little Fred, the crowd is 100% behind him. And again, when you see someone that's more intelligent than you, I guess it's a fascination. I don't want to comment on the crowd there, Huck, but most of them will qualify.
Oh my goodness, Porn, you're hot tonight, aren't you?
Well, it's good to be back. And again, I'm lucky for the people that they get this opportunity.
Well, thank you very much for being my co-host tonight, and maybe we'll see you again in the future. What do you think?
Well, I know definitely with that lineup coming back, the 17th coming up, I will definitely be there.
Very good. H5, he's a big one, man. He's close to 300 pounds, and I think Little Fred is probably getting closer to 400, I'd say. But it's a battle of the Titans, and a immovable force meets an immovable object. Is that how you say it?
That is not correct, Gorilla.
That is not correct. But you know what I meant anyway. Little Fred has him backed up into the corner. H5 brushing it off.
I will say H5 has been playing it right down the middle, straight right now, so we'll see how long. I know Father Marquis on the outside, that usually winds up to breaking the rules at some point. We'll see what happens. Stakes are very, very high.
Well, you're questioning Father Marquise's integrity?
Well, absolutely.
He's a man of the Lord, right?
That would be probably the biggest reason to question him, wouldn't it be?
Oh, my goodness.
Look, I'm just saying.
You said it, I didn't.
Some of the kids got hit in the parking lot. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. H5 with that side headlock on Little Fred. He's wearing the big man down. So far, it's been a clean match.
Yeah, that's, he's trying to go about this legitimate. This is a title shot. it's been strength on strength, and really no one has gotten an advantage at this point. You see they're both getting a little frustrated.
Well, the thing about it, Lil Fred has way more experience than H5. H5 has been around a couple of years now, but man, has he made some great strides. But no one seems to be able to get the advantage right now with this test of strength, I guess you would say.
And they're both being pretty stubborn about this. They're just keeping to doing to the same thing. I don't know if one's going to want to trick them or try something.
Well, eventually something has to give if you do it long enough.
It's almost like a sumo match right now where they're just bouncing off each other.
And that's a whole lot of weight in the ring. I'd say close to 1,000 pounds between the two of them.
That was a definitive hammer right there that got dropped on the champion.
That's right. A big clothesline took Lil Fred off his feet. But you know what? That shows maybe the inexperience of H5. Instead of taking advantage, he's talking to the crowd.
And I can see the good father is talking to the crowd also, and he seems very pleased right now.
But that's okay. That should be his job. H5 needs to stay on Little Fred because this is a championship match.
And
Just
it would
keep working him over.
And it's good back to the father. It really would be a feather in his cap, in his stable, to have that gold, the prestige. Plus, it gives him the leverage with the matchmakers, with the people in charge. So there is a lot of power that's going on. And I know that having that stroke really can do a lot for the people that you are representing. And it's more money in everyone's pockets.
That was a mouthful.
But that's where the winners are, Huck.
H5, but Little Fred was able to turn it around. Those big shots to the midsection. Big elbow by Little Fred. And he has H5 wobbly.
I mean, Little Fred has this crowd, but once the crowd is gone, what has he got left? The father, he's got a group here.
He does. He has other wrestlers that he might bring in, the congregation. Big splash missed by Little Fred.
That was telegraphed.
Well, H5 is a former football player, so he has a real athletic background and some speed. He was able to get out of the way of Little Fred. Now, big shoulders, those big tackles, that's what I was talking about. That's where that football experience comes in.
Definitely looks to be, you can see just that, the technique that he's using to drive it through. And look at the father on the outside. He is absolutely giddy.
Father Marquise, he's a character onto his own.
I haven't seen him this excited since the collection plate got full.
Yep, that's his goal, to fill up that collection plate. But H5, he's working over Lil Fred. Now he has his throat across the ropes, has that 5 count to break. He lets up, but here we go, just like he said.
Now, see, that is fantastic. He's given some encouragement and advice. You've seen him get up close. He was right in his ear.
Encouragement? What are you talking about? He was choking him.
Oh, he was right up talking to him. You can see he was right up next to his ear. That was encouragement.
Okay. If you say so. Big forearm, to the clubbing to the head of Lil Fred by H5. And he was just pounding away.
Well, the point I'm making, too, he ain't listening. If he'd have listened to what the father told him, he wouldn't be in this position.
Oh, jeez. Big boots by H5. He's pounding on Little Fred. Look at Father Marquise. He's dancing. He's out there. He has the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost. You know about the Holy Ghost?
Oh, yeah. He's moved all right.
Little Fred's down in the corner. He has some trouble getting up. H5 with those big boots right to the chin, right to the face, it seems, right under his chin.
You got a feeling, though, it's going to take something. See, now he's explaining it to him.
He's choking him over the bottom rope.
He's trying to tell them this is what happens. He had a partner before people know about that didn't work out. No one can trust this guy, right? Why is he out here by himself? Who's accompanying him? He had a tag team. You don't even see his partner anymore, do you?
I'm going to use a line that Gorilla Monsoon used to say. You're a fountain of misinformation, aren't you?
How many bridges has this guy burned, Huck? Let's be honest.
Bridges? Who are you talking about, Father Marquise or Little Fred?
Little Fred. Who's he there with? He's got these morons cheering for him, but he don't got nobody who's got his back.
Well, he's the champion, man. He wants to win on his own. He used to have a tag team partner.
Right.
The Nerds.
Thank you for making, used to.
But he used that speed to get out of the way of H5, H5 was trying to give him that running forearm. But here comes Little Fred. Big splash in the corner on H5.
I'd admit, he does have some quick feet for a big man. He
Oh,
moves.
yeah, man. He gets around to be almost 400 pounds. And he has H5 rocking and reeling right now. Big clothesline by Little Fred. Another clothesline by Little Fred.
It's going to take a lot more than that, though, to get a 3 count.
He has him down. Big splash, and that could be it. 1, 2. Oh, he kicked out. He kicked out. I thought that was it. Usually that's it when you get a splash from Little Fred.
Well, this is the level of competition you're facing now, too. When you're at the top of the food chain and the title's on the line, it's just that much harder to put away somebody.
Yeah, he definitely kicked out with adrenaline. But Little Fred, he had to be hurt, though. Little Fred's on top of him. He's waiting for him. Little Fred's about to take him home.
And again, fans, you're enjoying this action. Don't forget, IBW coming back on the 17th. And the champ here will see who's going to be defending that belt.
That's right. And Father Marquise just got what he deserved. Little Fred trying to get him up. H5 has him. Oh, big shoulder spear
Oh, he
type
got it
maneuver.
clean.
1, 2, 3. We got a new champion, Poyne. H5 is a new IBW heavyweight champion.
This is the plan. And again, watch it saying the father's stock goes up. He has the champion in the stable. And this young man takes the first step towards what could be a great, great career. The prestige now involved. The IBW name, big time wrestling in the Detroit area. And this is a very, very special moment for this young man.
That's right. After a long 3-year reign by Little Fred, we have a new IBW heavyweight champion, Deacon H5, along with Father Marquise. And we'll be seeing H5 this January 17th, right back at the Taqueria El Rey for those big matches on January 17th. And look at Father Marquise. He's celebrating. He's happy. He has the champion in his corner.
And look at Lil Fred sitting there all alone.
H5 giving praises, the new IBW heavyweight champion.
They love you when they're on the top, Fred. Where are they going to be now, buddy?
But once again, I'd like everybody for tuning in tonight. I want to thank you for tuning in to IBW's Turkey Day Tradition. We'll see you all January 17th at Taqueria El Rey. This has been A.T. Huck for the Fabulous Poyne. We'll see you next time. It's okay. You think it was good enough?
I thought it was.
Okay.
I mean, for winging it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You guys did good.
You okay?
Man, Rude Boy, what a night it was tonight. The Turkey Day Tradition, once again, we pulled it off.
And the Turkey Day Tradition was awesome, man. And we'd like to thank all you guys for joining us tonight. You could be anywhere in the world, but you decided to join us. And we thank you very much for that. And just like at the Turkey Day Tradition, coming to a close and leaving, we are going to be doing the same thing. But we also want to invite you to Taqueria El Rey on Sunday, January 17th for Nyla Rose, AEW Superstar versus Big Mama, NWA Superstar, and current IBW Women's Champion. What a match it's gonna be. A.T. Huck.
Peace.